I'm just going to go for it. Yeah. Okay, so Kylie, cycle of planning. Thanks for the discussion that we're going to have today. So, obviously 5 parts to our cycle of planning. So first of all, it's important that we gather information about the child. So obviously if the child's at the start of the year, you're going to be watching that child during January when they come. You've had conversations with parents.
Yeah.
You've got the questionnaire there. So gathering information, or if they've transitioned from the other room, getting information from other staff. So getting the information first. Data collection about the child. Okay, so and there's millions of other ways that you can do it. Obviously it's what suits you, what's easy for you. Yeah. So the first. So then moving on, once we have got that information, we need to then think about what the child is wondering about in life. So they could be challenges or celebrations, or what do you call them? Joys.
I do joys and complexities.
Joys and complexities. Yeah. So, and you know, whatever template you want to use to be documenting that. So, you know, you could have you've got a joys and complexities page, but you know, tree of learning, so it can be something that's got lots of you know, columns and boxes. Or you could do it as a web type of situation, so that you can put the child's challenges or celebrations or their wonderings, and so that's Anthony Saman talked about them as wonderings and ideas. Yeah, because it could be an idea like, how do I go to the toilet? That's an idea, so that can go on there. Like, you know, so yeah, so it doesn't have to be around things that are all challenging as well. Like really keen on picking up every rock in the yard. I'm wondering about what's under there, so you know, that's a wondering too. But important to have on the plan that you're identifying where it fits in with the framework, and also what supports you're going to as an educator. Yeah. So whatever template you choose, but giving yourself space also to write the celebrations that come from the child exploring their wonderings, if that makes sense. So when doing those individual learning plans, always a good idea, I find, as an educator and teacher, to make a list of all the children, so that you have also got all of that information in a one-stop shop, if that makes sense. So so you're making your list alongside there, and this list that I do have also can separate the things that you're planning, and then when you're going to collect more information, which we'll talk about as we go around the cycle. But that list is more than just a list of what children are wondering about, but also what you're going to do about it. That one-stop shop list, if that makes sense. So we'll just put it over there for now. Okay, so you've gathered the information initially, you've written down what the child's wondering about, and so then you move on to the plan. Okay, what are you going to plan for that child? So your plan can be set out, again, any which way you like. Needs to have your reasoning as to why you've got that experience. Yeah, exactly. Where it's connected with the frameworks, what support you're going to give as an adult educator, and the focus children. I found that was really beneficial, working with these templates, that if you've got the focus children on there, sort of easy referencing. Or you can go back to your sheet, but if it's there, it just helps in time. So put it on there. Okay, so gathered the information, we've separated what you're going to do for each individual child, gone to your plan, put something on your plan, now you're going to implement. Okay, so we're taking photos. We're taking photos, and we've got now a notepad out. Let me get my notepad. Documentation. Where's the notepad? Millions of notepads. Okay. Look, one of them prepared earlier with notes on it. Okay, so we've got...
So that's like my old book.
Yeah, that's right, old book. So whether you want to then formally stick them on something, a page of jottings, whatever that goes in the portfolio, but we're basically planning it and then we're seeing what happens and we're watching, seeing what happens. So any observation, a video
and
observation.
That's the emerging curriculum that goes with our plans, both indoor and outdoor as well, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that sort of come next, if that makes sense, because you've collected the information about the child, you've separated what you want to, how you want to support that, you've made the written plan, and you've told all your staff about it. Now you've put it into action, and you've watched what happens.
Yeah.
So the next bit that comes, which is what you're talking about,
yeah,
that emerging curriculum, well, that sort of happens
in the middle there
anyway. But you go back to your plan, and you write what has happened.
Yeah.
And what things you're wondering about, like, you know, and what things you're going to put into action.
Yeah.
So, and once again, that's a personal preference for you and your staff in the room about how you're going to make that work. So, you know I've started doing for my orange highlights about, I'm thinking about that, I'm reflecting on that, like, so how can we make resting time visible?
Yeah.
So could we light a candle? Like, you know, could we light a candle? As you can see, I haven't got to that idea.
Yeah.
But, you know, something
showing.
Yeah, exactly. So once I have decided that I'm going to implement that, I will actually write that, do another write, and then I'll
Date
tick
it.
and date
Yeah.
that I've attended to that.
Yeah.
That it's gone somewhere. So that there's a trail.
A cycle.
Yeah, a cycle, exactly. So we've looked and we've planned something for the child. We've seen that, you know, when Emily was just left with the scissors at the table, she didn't quite know. She ended up ripping the paper. So now the plan, we're going to make sure that an educator's sitting there and modelling and talking it through there with her. And then it goes around here again, and we've got to remember in those succeeding themes that we're going to remember where family sits all the time. We don't just collect the information at the start of the year and not talk to the families. So, you know, we've said, it was really awesome watching them have a go with the scissors today. But I'm thinking next week, you know, we'll follow through, you know, when we talk to her about chop, 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 and she really engaged with that. So you're talking to the families.
Yeah.
So it starts all over again. So, you know, collecting more information. Yeah, so that's right. And I know myself, you have all these conversations all the time.
Documenting them.
Yeah, having a clipboard with all the children's names, sort of something like that, even again, but just a child's list. When you've had a chat, just write it down, somewhere, because it's collecting that data again. And so then you mightn't formally go to this piece of paper when you're going through, but, you know, go to this piece. Whichever one chooses, but you choose and you've got time to do, but going to it and making sure that you're identifying, okay, I collected that observation about her ripping the paper. So what did I notice? She actually, a bit of verbal support, extra verbal support's needed. So what are we going to do? Make sure that there's an educator sitting there, or invent a chopping song, or something like that. So so it goes round and round and round, and round and round from term to term and year to year, and those things that we need to work together as a team. Around. Any questions, Kylie? No.
I don't think so. No.
No. We'll just keep networking together. Yeah. And talking to all of our staff. Yeah. Thanks, Kylie.
Thanks, Wendy.